What's cracking? What's popping? What's good, everybody? We back with another video for y'all, man. My bad, I had to get my water. Oh man, what an eventful day. Today, I have a story for y'all about me cutting off one of my friends and fighting him. Okay. Now I got the screenshots for y'all. I got a couple of screenshots that I'm including here so that y'all can see and pick up on why things went the way they went. Okay. Um. So I gotta preface this story with some details. So me and this guy were doing some business together, you know, and honestly, the business didn't necessarily go wrong, but we had to have a conversation before we started doing the business about his pride. And I told him, like, dude, like, you know, if we're gonna do business together, you have to work on your pride. And the reason I even said something to him about that was because I asked him to do something, he just didn't do it. He just straight up ignored me. And if we're doing business together, then that's not gonna work. We have to be working together for the greater good of the business. And if I ask you to do something, especially if it's pertaining to the business, why wouldn't you do it? Right? So, pull him to the side. I know why he didn't do it. It was because of his pride. He don't like to feel like somebody telling him what to do. He one of them kind of guys. When I wasn't trying to necessarily tell him what to do, but I mean, yeah, I guess I am. Do this so we can get the business done. He ain't like that. I'm assuming. So I pull him to the side, out the way of everybody. We have a conversation. Like, dude, like, you gotta work on your pride, and we can't work together if you got this much pride. It's just not gonna work. And he was like, you know what, gang, I feel you know, like, I can understand what you're saying, where you coming from. Woo, woo. Cool. We go handle the business. The business goes smooth, right? This the next day. The next day I pull up on so that we can handle some more business, right? But before I pull up, I call him. I'm like, yo, what you on? I'm finna head that way. I'm like, go ahead, pull up. I ain't got nothing going on. I get up there. He arguing with his girl and stuff, like arguing with his girl, to the point where he had me sitting waiting on him for an hour. Now me and him done already had a conversation about him having me sitting and waiting on him like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I try to remain calm all the time when I'm addressing people. When I addressed him about having me wait like that, I was calm. I was like, yo, it does something to me when you have me waiting for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Any person who, if you call them and you're like, hey, I'm finna be on the way, and when you get there and they just have you waiting for 20, 30 minutes, they don't respect your time, to me, in my opinion. But I'm such a nice person and humble person and forgiving person, and I look past stuff. I looked past it a couple times, until the point where I was like, bro, like, this is ridiculous. You be having me sitting out here waiting mad long. Like, so I said something to him about it. And, we didn't have that issue again for a while. But after the business, the next day, after, he had me waiting for an hour. I called him. I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, what's going on? He say something and hang up in my face. That irritated me. And at that point, I knew that we couldn't really do business together because of how he goes about handling stuff. Like, if you knew that you was, gonna be arguing with your girl for an hour, why you tell me call? You could have told me come after y'all get done doing that. You just wasting my time. So I sent him this text that y'all looking at right. I'm trying to learn. Okay, I sent him this text that y'all looking at. I sent him this text, right? I said, I'll hurt you, twin. So I'm going to just walk away from you. You got too much pride. And like I had told y'all, we had already talked about his pride. So that's why I said that. You have too much pride. And I told him, you can keep that too. I ain't tripping. It was what we were talking about with the business. But I'll whoop you, twin. And you got too much pride. I can't work with no man like that. Because when two men are working together, there has to be a even ground between those men. And that's the problem with a lot of businesses and things. There's always a big me, little you. Like, that only works when there's an employee and owner relationship. You know, that doesn't work when you guys are both equally contributing to a business. You know, both inputs need to be valued at the same level. So I knew that realistically this is how he moved. We gonna have more problems going forward in the business because this is how he move, how he think. He ain't see nothing wrong with having me wait like that. And I said what I said. Like, bro, I don't have the patience for this, because that when people have me wait like that, it's very irritating. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation like that where you're like, dude, why you got me waiting like this? Or a female, you ever put up on a girl and she got you waiting 15 minutes outside in the car or something. Like, bro, what did you, like, come on, like, what are you doing? You know, you could have told me to come at a later time. So this was his reply. What pride? You feel some type of way, pride does that. And I feel like the reason he said that is because he knows that I've addressed him about this. You know, he knows that I've addressed him about this. But the thing is with me, I'm not the type of person to constantly keep addressing the same thing. Like, I already addressed you about it one time and you still doing it, and you know that this is something that irritates me. Like at this point, whether you say I'm tripping or not, I feel like you playing with me. You know, especially after I done called you, you hang up in my face. You know, so he said, pride does that. Talk about the issue if you want to express shit. You the only nigga I know trying to fight their partners. You not on that for real. I don't even want to get there with you. That's childish. Now, it's not that I wasn't on that. It's just that I didn't want to fight my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, just realistically, like, who really wants to fight their friend, bro? Like, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to fight him, but I really wanted him to know that I didn't appreciate that and that I'll hurt him. You know what I'm saying? And I said that. You know, I don't appreciate that and I'll hurt you and you got too much pride. But I didn't want to fight him. I didn't want to fight my friend. Honestly, I didn't. That's why I was walking away from him. That's why I said, I don't want to fight you. That's why, and this way. I said, that's why I'm walking away from you, player. We already talked about your pride. You know you got issues with it. I'm just letting you know your pride is why I can't deal with you. Because I'll hurt you because of your pride. And I'll fight anybody, not just my partners. But we can put a ball on this player for real. Nice knowing you. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of towards the end of the conversation. Oh, let me see. I got some more screenshots for y'all too. Okay, so we ended off from nice knowing you. He said, if you was worried about working, you would have stayed outside. I told you the bitch was trim or the girl was tripping. I ain't know it was that long, though. What pride, gang? You just talking. You felt some type of way. I told you I was arguing with my girl. You think I was going to leave you downstairs all day? You talking about because I answered the phone and said, hold on, I already told you she was tripping? I just said, you got it, player. Wish you the best. Like, I ain't had time for it. I just don't have the time for it. But one thing that I do have time for is if someone is lying on my name or speaking about me and saying things that are not true. And this person who I'm having these text messages with is a gossiper. He's in the mix. He knows all the people in the city. And like, there have been times where me and him are sitting and somebody call him and just get to telling him all type of gossip. And I'm just like, dude, you really just finna sit up and listen to them gossip to you? Like, that's what you want? You just sitting up listening to gossip. You know, but it ain't my business, right? So, but I know this is who I'm dealing with. So I just went ahead and told him. And I know that he'll lie on me too. I know that he'll lie. So I said, last thing, if I find out you out here gossiping on this shit and the story come back to me other than what it was, me letting you know that I'll hurt you, I'm going to be on that with you. I'm not going to text you. I'm going to come get at you. So keep my name out your mouth. And that's really how I was feeling like, because I know he'll go gossip and try to make it seem like, ooh. So, get what I do. I send that message to let him know. Don't do that. And this was his response, right? This was his response. LOL, you're so this, you won't fight me. Get off my phone. We can get on that now. Gossip, you funny. Gonna keep talking till you made me till you made to hush, huh? Come on, we got to fight, cause you know you ain't hurting nothing with your hands. This how it went. You started acting like a girl about whatever pride you talking about, and your pride too hurt to fight. That's the story. So to me, he don't know. He just played right into my truck because I wanted it. I wanted it. I wanted it. So Susie said, I said, pull up and beat you. I said, this just made my day. I'm finna beat you. So, yeah, I pull up. I pull right on up. Tell him come downstairs. And I was thinking we was finna go ahead and, do what we had to do in the parking deck. But he said we not fighting here. I'm not gonna let y'all see all the rest of the text messages. This is all that I'm finna show y'all for right now. But oh, I meant to include this too. This screenshot. This is my proof that I know he's a gossip. This screenshot, how I said that he gossiping, that he'll go and say something that's not true and try to make it seem like this. This is how I know he a gossip. Oh, where is it? Okay, here it is. He said, "Trust me," because I told him I'm good in my city. Like he was like, "Be safe out here." I said, "I'm good in my city." He said, "Trust me, people don't like mess with you in your city. Be great." And the only reason he would know that is if he's gossiping about me, or if someone's been gossiping about me to him, or he's been in a room where people are gossiping about me. And this is also a person who's told me straight up that his girl couldn't stop talking about me. So when stuff like that happens, dudes tend to not like you. And when a girl keeps talking about you to her dude, that man is not going to talk highly of you. He's going to start talking down on you. Generally, I don't know if that's what he did, but generally that's what happens. So I already knew he was a gossiper, and that's what made me send him that text of last thing. If I find out, like this last text. That's what made me send him that last text. Okay, so he say all that, and I pull right up. I ain't even got time to keep arguing with you, play by. I ain't gonna tell you, like, cause I'm gonna get my issue. So I pull up, and thought we was gonna handle it there. He didn't want to handle it there. He drove me halfway around town. It got to the point I got so mad, bro. He had me driving so long. I got out of the car and was like, "Man, come on, bro. You doing too much." Like I walked up on the car like, "Man, what? Come on, bro. You taking too long." So we finally get to the location, and we do what we gotta do, baby. We did what we had to do. Now look at my face. He did hit you right here. He did catch you right here. But outside of that, man, boy ain't do nothing to me, man. Like, now, I told him to send me a picture of his face. He won't do it. he don't want me to see the damage I did. I already know the damage I did because I saw it before we pulled off. I told him, look at your face. So, man, we handled the business, but he's still woofing. Cause I didn't knock him out. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't knock him out. He ain't knocked me out. You know what I'm saying? He kept falling though. Like he kept falling. He was out there kicking like a girl. You know what I'm saying? I hit him. He jumped back. He like if we would have fought in a room, that boy couldn't handle me. We was fighting out in the open space where he can run around and back up, and he's much taller than me. I'm 5'6". He's 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, I got busied out. I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? He know who he is, and he know how his face look. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, he woofing. So I said, come on, let's do it again. He don't want to do it again. He just keep texting. Keep texting me. I just keep saying, man, pull up. He like, man, I don't want to do that to you. I'll knock you out. Ooh. I'm like, man, pull up. You ain't do it the first time. You ain't knocked me out the first time. Pull up. Still don't pull up. He like, I'm going to hurt you. You didn't hurt me the first time. Pull up. Still didn't pull up. So, here I am. Just telling y'all the story about my day and how I cut off my friend and how we had a disagreement and how we handled it. Now, some people will say, "Oh, you didn't have to fight. It's never that serious." And It honestly isn't. But when you know people are out here lying on you, no, like straight up, it'll make you want to do that. Like I know for a fact he talks about me, or he talks to people about me, because he's I mean he basically confirmed it. He said, "Trust me, people don't mess with you in your city. Be great." So that lets me know that people, he's had conversations with people outside of me behind my back, or something. Something's been going on that I don't know about. But he says he's my. I thought we were friends, but apparently he knew that people didn't like me, and it just was what it was. And you know, people like to throw stuff like that in your face in convenient moments. You know what I'm saying? He also said that I'm broke and but I don't have a dollar to my name, and hey man, you gotta let people believe whatever delusion they have in their brain, you know what I'm saying? I just knew that he was finna be talking about me, so I just went ahead and handled my issue. And I just want to say to men, you know what I'm saying, be more direct. Be willing to go out there and handle your business. Work on yourself. Work on being able to defend yourself, because a lot of times people play with you and try you, and you let stuff slide just off the strength that you don't. I, I've seen it where people don't want the confrontation. Me, I let stuff slide because I'm just a really good person. Like from the age of 17 to now, I tried my best to be a good person. You know, and in that time period, I received a lot of, just a lot of. It wasn't reciprocal. Like people weren't good people to me. So I'm at a point now where I'm kind of like, I need that back. Needs that back. And people can feel however they want, but like he said, people don't like me in my city. It is what it is, man. I don't do nothing to people. I don't bother people. I'm out the way. I stay to myself. If you don't like me, cool. I don't really care. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, this was a very eventful, interesting day. Yeah, if y'all ever been through something like this, let me know in the comments. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.